Promises made, promises broken. Trump's second term is already a huge disaster. Do not be distracted by the flurry of executive orders that are getting stopped at every turn by the judiciary. But we have to keep an eye on Elon Musk and his nefarious deeds. First and foremost, he has gone after USAID. And you might think, why is he going after USAID? Well, it turns out that they were probing him for a conflict with Starlink and Ukraine. So, MAGA, Make America Great Again. This is a government party of one. Elon Musk, your table is now available. As always, Trump sells the country and his supporters straight down the river. Pumps.
It's interesting because not only were they investigating Starlink, he's also a big receiver of these funds from USAID. So Carolyn Levitt, who is a massive dipshit, press secretary, she said, when asked about the conflict of interest with Elon Musk making these determinations, she said, well, Elon Musk will determine if there's a conflict. Well, that seems like a great idea. The person that's receiving the funds, that's making the cuts, the richest man in the world who is unelected, let him decide if he has a conflict. I mean, it is so bonkers. It's just unbelievable.
Well, and let's not forget that we all saw the video of Musk tripping on what appeared to be ketamine during the inauguration with all of the oligarchs on stage. So we have an active drug addict, in my opinion, that is going through slashing and burning institutions and aid. Think about this. The world's richest man is taking food away from the world's poorest children. And the United States of America's name is on that. All of these Christian supporters of Trump, their name is on that. Which side would Jesus be on? Mm-hmm. Would he be on Elon's side or on these poor babies that need this care? But let's get to the language that MAGA understands. America first, American business. Well, guess what he's cut? Billions of dollars in U.S. farm businesses. So the U.S. farm businesses make soy and all of these things that are shipped to feed the world's poorest babies. He's cut all of this. So we're going to see, this is what's going to happen. Trump continually promises. He's a huge blowhard. He has no interest in governing. If he did, he would be passing this legislation through Congress. But what is he doing? He's doing the shock and awe executive order bullshit that every federal judge is stopping left and right. He's trying to scare you guys, but he's already starting to face plant. And some of this stuff, as horrific as it is going to have to happen because Elon Musk approval ratings plummeted, wildly unpopular. Trump's approval rating, the most unpopular at this term than any other president. His approval rating is tanking. So the more and more people see him govern, the less they like him. Pumps.
What's also interesting about the Elon Musk situation is we have the South African situation going on, and he obviously was a supporter of apartheid. So now he is wanting to cut funds that supported the freedom in South Africa. And he's just made no bones about it. But one thing I want people to understand is, in my opinion, Trump could give two shits about the three branches of government. He is going in and he's taking away powers that Congress has by law, and he's destroying them by executive order. So what we have are federal courts that have now said, Elon Musk and DOGE, you are restrained from getting into the U.S. U.S. Department of Treasury's financial data. There are two people allowed to see this data, and they're only allowed to see it. They will have a full hearing on Monday, basically to determine what is DOGE. Is it a viable government agency? Then you also have a court saying, we've had two federal courts now saying this birthright citizen executive order removing that is unconstitutional. And the judges have been Republican appointed, and they have been very stern with him. Additionally, you have unions that have sued and now been granted injunctions from the firing of the people that Trump has fired. And they also have, there's a full hearing on Monday regarding these alleged buyouts that people are going to get. They want a full hearing on that so that people are not pressured to do that. And then you have secretaries of state all across the United States. They're suing for the illegality of Elon Musk accessing all of the data of the American people. So it is really a sad day when you have to depend on the judiciary to save democracy, but that's exactly the situation we're in right here.
Okay. Remember, it's Make America Great Again, and promises made by him, promises broken. He promised inflation would immediately be reduced. He was in awe at the word groceries, and he was going to tackle it on day one. The Russia-Ukraine war was going to end on day one. All of these things. He's going to be a big tough guy with Russia. Well, guess what Pam Bondi has done? She has eliminated the task force that is dedicated to enforcing sanctions against Russia and targeting oligarchs close to the Kremlin. She has eliminated this. This is not Make America Great Again, folks. This is Make Russia Great Again. This whole thing with MAGA has been a bait and switch from the jump. You saw who was on stage. It's not the supporters who buy all of the riffraffs and knickknacks. They have no space. They have no room in this movement. This is for Trump, who finally feels like a popular guy. He finally feels like all the cool kids like him. And in the cool kids are not just American billionaires, but also powerful international billionaires, particularly Putin. And Putin knows what he's doing. There was some language in a press interview with Putin where he talked about everybody's going to bend the knee to the master Trump. He knows how to throw this superficial charm that Trump falls prey to. And so here we have the DOJ merging with Russia almost instantly. But here's what's interesting. The DOJ, historically, the FBI, these institutions, typically the majority of the people that work there are registered Republicans. And so she's already having a lot of the U.S. attorneys that are going to investigate other U.S. attorneys that investigated January 6th. Same shit's going on with the FBI. They're going to have FBI agents investigating other FBI agents. They're already creating internal cannibalism. And we all need to sit back and watch. It's sad, as Angie said, that we have to count on the judiciary, but these are just, we're going to have to. Article 1 still exists. Congress is still there. The judiciary is still there. They are flooding the zone on purpose. Yeah. You know, Trump is doing all of this stuff, his show and tell with his executive orders. Most of them are not going to see the light of day, and they're meant to terrify you, distract you, and overwhelm you. At the end of the day, all of the stuff that he's doing is going to decrease his popularity, which the Dems have a vacuum there. That there's a void there that they can jump in and fill for the midterms. And it can be an absolute shellacking. So we all have to stay focused. We all have to know that this is the shock and awe campaign. These Republican appointed judges are not even going for this bullshit. But let me get into this. Let's get to the DOGE dorks. This will come as a surprise to absolutely 0% of the population, except for possibly Kash Patel. Musk is surrounded by a bunch of little bigots. This guy here had to resign. Why all of a sudden these guys have found racism to be disqualifying is beyond me, but whatevs. So this guy, they found his old Twitter account and he wants to normalize Indian hate. He would never breed outside of his ethnicity. That's why Elon Musk felt so comfortable doing the Sig Heil because he's surrounded by a bunch of white supremacists. And I just want to go on the permanent record with this, a little prediction. Kash Patel, when your whole career crashes and burns, whether you're confirmed or not confirmed, the MAGA base will come after you for nothing more than the color of your skin. And you will see exactly how evil and awful the people whom you chose to align yourself with are. And we're going to sit back and report it, and we're going to watch it. Just like we see a lot of these Latinos for Trump that are now just disheveled because the Black Lives Matter people aren't helping them. And it's kind of like we're just sitting back watching it, saying we stand for human rights across the board. Pumps.
One interesting thing that also Pam Bondi did yesterday, which I thought I think she got rid of any type of investigation into foreign interference with US elections. And I ask you, why would getting foreign governments, foreign entities out of US elections be a bad thing? I would think everybody, Republican, Democrat, Independent, would agree that American elections should be run exclusively by America. But no, not in Trump's America, because her boss, Trump, knows election interference got him elected. So of course he doesn't want to get rid of that. So I just found that to be a real telltale sign that Trump knows that he is full of shit when he sits around and talks about no foreign interference.
But we knew this when he
Right.
said, Russia, if you're listening, go find
Right.
these. I mean, a lot of this stuff he's going to do, and we know that he's going to do. And there's going to be a lot of damage. And that damage is devastating, but it also equals an opportunity for his approval ratings to plummet, an opportunity for Democrats to find vulnerable senators in purple states and in blue states, to find vulnerable Congress people in purple states and in blue states, and pound the hell out of them. Get on networks like this and podcasts like this and completely demean and bully and belittle the shit out of these people to where they are unelectable. They're going on the record supporting this racist, crazy, Trump first, Elon first agenda. It always ends. All Republican administrations end with a recession and then taxpayers bailing out corporations. Never the American people, always the corporations. And this is an opportunity. A lot of shitty things are going to happen, but we have to, instead of sitting around being shocked and devastated, we have to attack and jump on it. And we will get through this, and we will get through the midterms, because at the end of the day, what Trump still has are the exact same powers that any other president has ever had. He has presidential powers. Right now, we still have a judiciary, and we still have Congress, and we still have a constitution, and we need to myopically focus on those powers to get us to midterms. We'll see you guys later.